I can't promise to be as lively as Vishant, but I'm going to tell you something about a project that's the Infomediary campaign, which is basically about engaging young people in agriculture. Is this a slide manager? Okay. So I'm working at the Philippine Rice Research Institute. It's basically the lead agency of the Philippine government on rice research and development. But before the campaign, I'd like to talk about the work that I do at PhilRice. Well, basically a lot of rural engagement thing. These are from my work in 2007 in the Autonomous Region Muslim Mindanao. The first photo right there, that's in Lanao. This one is in Tawi-Tawi, in Maguindanao. Basically what I do is I interview farmers, ask them about the things that they need and how the Philippine government can help them. We write about their stories, and we write about several things that the Philippine government can do to help them get better yields from rice. So in 2011, I was based in Australia. I did some work with a young Sudanese in Australia. The Sudanese refugees, basically our part there was to help them better integrate into the Australian society rather. This is my work in Vietnam. There was an issue there before about the fisher folks in the largest lagoon system. This was in Hue, in central Vietnam. We're trying to interview fisher folks on how they can find other livelihoods, considering that the government was sort of not allowing them anymore to fish in that lagoon system. Okay, just a photo of my work in the Infomediary campaign. And I also present papers in international conferences on information and communications technology for development, a lot of agri and IT stuff. And as a development communicator, of course, you get to try things out to promote mechanization, because, you know, mechanization, if you're from the agri sector, it's one way by which you can reduce the cost so the farmers can get more income from their farming. So that's just about me. So I'd like to talk about the Infomediary campaign. But before that, I'd like to show a video, I'd like to show a video about the Infomediary campaign just to give you an overview of what we're trying to do. So here's the Infomediary pledge. It's just going to be for like 3 minutes, so it's a short video.
Ako ay isang infomediary.
Anak ako ng magsasaka.
Pinahalagan ko ang pagtatanim.
Hanggang ito ang sa amin ay bumubuhay.
Dahil ako ay isang infomediary, magsasaka itataguyod ko.
Tutulong ako sa pagpapakalat ng tama at napapanahong impormasyon.
Upang makatulong sa aking mga magulang at umunlad ang kanilang pagsasaka.
Magbabasa ako ng mga babasahin tungkol sa pagpapalay.
Ugaliin kong bumisita
Sa Pinoy Rice Knowledge Bank.
sa tuwing ako ay gagamit ng internet.
Magiging aktibong texter ako sa PhilRice Tech Center.
Susumikapan kong hanapan ng kasagutan
ang mga katanungan sa pagpapalay
ng aking mga magulang o sino mang nangangailangan nito.
Higit sa lahat, kaya tingin din maging infomediary ang aking mga kaibigan.
Dahil ako ay isang maaasahang infomediary.
Sasabuhay ko ang mga tungkuling ito sa abot ng aking makakaya.
Bata man din sa larangan ng pagsasaka.
Ipapakita kong ako ay may magagawa.
Yeah, so basically that's the overview of the program, of the project that we're doing. It's engaging young people in agriculture to serve as information providers in the remote rice farming community. So I'm going to tell you more about it in the next few slides. Okay, Infomediary, basically that's a combination of two words. That's information and mediation. This one symbolizes our efforts to bridge information poverty. The Infomediary campaign operates in some of the remotest communities in the Philippines. So in these areas, in the Philippines, how it usually works is we have the extension system, agricultural extension workers. They are the ones tasked to bring information to farmers. But if the area is just too remote, even the most well-intentioned extension worker will have difficulty, will have second thoughts of visiting these communities. So through the Infomediary campaign, our aim is to bridge information poverty in remote rural communities. The chalk and the blackboard text of the logo symbolize our efforts to mobilize the school to serve as the nucleus of agricultural extension. You see, the Philippines is second to Indonesia in terms of the number of islands, right? It's quite a lot of islands here. And it's very difficult for an agricultural extension worker to be visiting one household to another. But their children converge in school. So you use the school as a nucleus of agricultural science. Okay, so this is just to show where we operate. The Infomediary campaign is present in close to 200 high schools nationwide. Our partners are the Department of Education and the Consultative Group on International Agricultural Research on Climate Change, Agriculture, and Food Security. And of course, the DA, the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Offices. Most of these schools are TechVoc schools, technical vocational schools, because these are the schools that offer agriculture as a major stream in their curricula. Okay, one of the objectives is to create alternative communication pathways for delivering climate-smart rice agriculture technologies and practices. Like I said, in the Philippines, there are just areas that are so remote that our traditional extension system cannot reach. So we need to have more legs to be more creative in reaching these areas. And of course, promote agriculture as a viable career option. Nowadays, it's quite rare for youngsters to be wanting to take agriculture in college. Who among you would like to take agriculture in college? You see, so that is a potential threat to food security. You see, because that means scarcity of future food producers, future food scientists, if people will not consider agriculture in the future. And the third objective is to bring back the love for science of rice farming among young people. We do have quite a number of campaign strategies. The first one is the read component. The read component, we provide reading materials on rice in the Infomediary campaign participating schools. This is relevant especially in areas that have no electricity. You can't do ICT stuff there. Just need to give them reading materials, then they read from there. If the area is, if the internet connectivity is quite good in that area, then we introduce them to the Pinoy Rice Knowledge Bank. It's basically a web portal, a website that contains massive information on rice farming. From there, they have video presentations, technology videos, handouts, ready-to-teach PowerPoint presentations, which can be downloaded from that website. And of course, the text component. We introduced them to the PhilRice Tech Center. It is an SMS platform that responds to all queries on rice. If, for instance, if the farmer knows the keyword, for instance, rat, which is a rice pest, then RAT will be sent to that number, and then an automated response will be sent back to the one who sent it. If the farmer doesn't know the keywords, then he can just send in text, just like the ordinary text messaging that you're doing. Key campaign activities. Of course, we are not mandated to. It is beyond our mandate to be training the students. So what we do is we do capacity enhancement programs, basic training programs for teachers. They are trained on rice production in PhilRice, and then the expectation is that when they go back to their respective schools, they will be training the students who are called the Infomediaries. All schools are required to establish rice garden. This provides hands-on experience for students on rice farming. Basically, the aim for this is that So when they talk about rice farming to their parents, they know basically what they're talking about. Because when we were doing the baseline, the piloting for this study, we noticed that there was this lack of confidence among young people to talk about rice farming because they feel that it's not theirs. They feel that only their parent should know about rice farming. So what we do is we let them manage a rice garden. So when they talk about rice, they somehow know what they're talking about. And of course, the Infomediary quiz bee. This is, we gauge the students' knowledge on rice. It is an edutainment approach, that's education and entertainment, because we know, of course, that the traditional modes of promoting information to young people might not work. So we need to be very creative. We need to engage them creatively so we're able to mobilize them to do something good for the rice farming community. And of course, the face-off round. In the face-off round, we invite farmers to ask questions to the students, and the latter respond by searching answers from the Pinoy rice. You see, the student does not need to know the answer. He or she just needs to know how to surf from the Pinoy rice, because the Pinoy rice is like Google. So if he or she knows how to use that, then he or she can respond to the question of his or her parents. So this way, they're able to give updated information to their parents as far as modern rice farming technologies are concerned. We also do field days. We ensure that farmers in the host community know what we are doing in our participating schools, and this is also our way of engaging the local executives. How it works in the field days is that the students show the rice gardens to the farmers who are invited, and they are the ones who discuss what they did in the rice farm. So that way, we're able to boost their confidence. That way, we are able to train them to speak and to somehow assert that they know exactly what they did in the rice farm. So in that way, again, that is a cogent manifestation of how they have become infomediaries in their respective rice farming communities. And of course, engagement of parents. We engage the parents and the farmers through techno clinics. Basically, he is a rice specialist, and he talks to the farmer parents in the community. The aim is to somehow manage any doubt from the parents, because this, of course, they would always be doubtful because the students are not in any way involved in rice farming, and yet the students are talking about modern rice farming technologies. So we need to manage expectations. So we've got the rice specialist on board. All right, just to show you some, I'll be doing a photo essay of some of the activities that we're doing in our sites. This is in Dingle, in Iloilo, that's in the Visayas. Basically, we promote girls to be involved in rice farming because it's an impression that rice farming is a male's enterprise. So we try to encourage the schools to have like 20-30% girls' participation in all of the activities that will be done relating to the campaign. This is what they're doing is agroecosystems analysis. It makes farming more scientific. They observe the insects, the height of the rice plant, if it's normal, not stunted or wasted, and all the other things relating to rice farming. In 2014, we had a poster making contest because it was quite a challenge engaging young people in Metro Manila, because there's no rice farm here. So how do we engage them? Even just to the the consciousness level that agriculture is important. So we had a poster making contest, and we managed to reach like quite a lot of schools in Metro Manila for the contest. These are some of the winning entries. There you go. Quite a lot of creative stuff there. Well, evidence of outcomes. 94% of the students we surveyed reported they serve as climate-smart infomediaries, agriculture intermediaries. Sorry. That means they either read publications, sent SMS, or surfed the net for rice farming information and shared them to the farmers in their community. So you see, what we're saying here is that if we do something with young people, something good can come out of it. The teachers promoting the campaign in their respective areas. In the Philippines, we have PTA stands for Parent Teachers Association. All public schools in the Philippines are required to have this association where all of the parents in that school converge in that school for a general assembly. Our participating teachers take a speaking time, so they are able to promote the campaign. So that way, we're able to add more legs, more people doing extension work, even in the remotest communities in the Philippines. All right. Farmers asking for seeds, thereby increasing use of certified seeds. Why is this important? Certified seeds promise 10 to 15% yield advantage over the regular seeds of farmers. And that is one of the thrusts of the Philippine government, to ensure that farmers use certified seeds so they're able to have better yields. And of course, champions in the uplands. We see, of course, that the poorest people in the country are in the uplands. Through the Infomediary campaign, we're able to reach them, through the students serving as infomediaries in their rice farming communities. Basically, what this graph shows is that most of the things that were taught to the student were actually ended up being shared by them. So just engage the students, just engage the young people, and we'll be fine. Adopted technologies, quite a lot really. So they've got a lot of these things going on in the community, which means that the chance is higher that they will have higher yields for their rice production. And of course, the moral dimension of extension work. We have provided access to information on rice in some of the remotest rice farming communities in the Philippines. Challenges, well, seniority is oftentimes an issue, managing co-millennials, managing workload, mobility issues, bureaucracy, of course, in the government, convincing donors, proving yourself. Yeah, all of these things are contained in this book. This is available in our website. That's www.philrice.gov.ph. Just approach me later. This was just launched 2 weeks ago. I've got 5 copies here. If you're interested, just approach me after this, and then I'll give you a copy of the book. And that's it. Thank you so much.